Alright, on the top side of the map, playing as Koji, we've got SparkyDL2. And in the bottom side, we've got Gnashing playing as Pistil in the orange. And actually, this is a mixed base map, so we're going to see all sorts of stuff coming over from every side.
Very mixed indeed.
Yeah, you're starting by your opponent's port, which is a very spooky thing to be nearby. Like, get like a merfolk out pretty early and chase your opponent's commander around with it.
Yeah, although you kind of don't have the money to do that early. Like, the early income is pretty tight, so you won't see big buys until a few turns in. Until next turn, basically, where they have access to that lumber mill with 2 trees and can just have that income spike. And there we go.
Yeah,
and they're gonna heal their commander instead.
Yes.
But yeah, this is a mixed base map, and there's naval, and I mean, it does mean you have to invest economy like everywhere, and there's like every part of the map kind of has something important on it. Where so like if you underinvest somewhere, you're gonna feel it in a few turns. For example, there's that lumber mill in the middle of the water with 4 cut forests surrounding it. So yeah, if you take control of that from your opponent, that's a very important building. It's like basically the most important building on the map after the stronghold.
I guess yeah, there's also like the investment element there as well. Like,
yeah,
if you capture it, your opponent in theory could knock it down and take it back off of you.
Yep.
So you just have to weigh the risks.
And there's a bunch of there is 1 port per player, and then there's 3 exchange depots per player as well. So you really gotta balance land and water, because like you may want to invest a lot into the water to get control of these lumber mills, but if you don't invest enough into land, you can end up losing your stronghold or commander.
Okay, that's just a regular night hit, so.
Yep.
Koji will be okay, but
I don't think Koji is gonna be able to stand there for too long. Like, just a night hit isn't too scary for a commander, but when there's follow-up, it can get a commander pretty low. And I mean,
oh yeah,
your Koji doesn't have a heal, so actually the safest to clear up that dog. But yeah, force the mage heal. And I will say Koji is being more active than Pistil at the moment, because they are fighting, and because they are fighting against that Rax, the Rax is also the one who's meant to supply that converter in the top left from Gnashing Goat, and because that converter isn't supplied, Sparky actually got a lot of ground on the water, although that Harpy has something to say about that.
Okay, we see Sparky.
Sparky is actually pressuring that port, is going to capture it. I don't think Gnashing Goat can get that back anytime soon. That's a very big.
Yeah, and they hold both lumber mills. Ooh, that's a big deposit. I was a little concerned for their commander, but they seem to be doing pretty well right now.
Yeah, and with all that money from the lumber mills, they got a golem to support their commander, so shouldn't be a problem anymore. And yeah, Pistil unfortunately isn't positioned to attack anything. Took a while to really get into the action. And now Sparky is going to have full water control, and that's basically half the map. And they're not doing badly on land either. Gnashing only has like a bunch of spears in that top left force with the knight, and I guess like you would want a knight to be with pistol here to like attempt a stronghold push, but there's a golem there, so that could defend the stronghold quite
Yeah,
easily.
it's just
And
gonna stand on that road right in
it's
front.
actually like not. It's actually decent with pistol to just groove a golem because like the first hit of the groove is full commander damage, and that chunks golem pretty well.
Yeah,
You
and yeah,
also
no
don't take
counter
a
attack.
counter attack damage when you do that, so
Yeah, no, yeah, that lack of counter attack damage is quite nice. And yeah, just like you said,
but I
chunking the
mean
golem is pretty good.
Pistol is gonna need a bit more than that to come back in this game, I feel.
Yeah, this is looking pretty one-sided. That golem might actually just walk up and start hitting the strongholds.
Ooh, nice air trooper there. That air trooper got the moves. Oh no.
Tier 2.
Oh, look at all these holes for the Koji bombs to go in.
Ooh, big
And the
damage.
mage gets pushed against the edge of the map too.
Oof. Oh, I didn't even realize that would happen. That's
That's a
brutal.
lot of damage.
Learning things about Koji that are actually terrifying.
Yeah, some commanders get better or worse near the edge of the map, and it's pretty important to know. Like Lytra gets worse near the edge of the map, but Koji gets better. And yeah, the Gnashing goat is. I mean, they're doing pretty well where like around pistol, but they're not really being very aggressive on that side. So Sparky is just winning faster where they're winning.
And they seem to be winning in more places.
Also.
Yeah.
And yeah, now the Harpies like has complete absolute control of both water sides right now. Can buy stuff like rifles, like this archer is gonna help the waterfront too. And is pushing into the top left, which shouldn't really happen because there's like barracks, hideout, tower, and converter right there. So pushing into that is usually difficult, but when you have water support like Sparky is gonna have in the top left, I mean, you're gonna do well. And here we go, Pistol Groove. It's gonna be pretty big.
Yeah, oh, it doesn't
And
chain to the golem though.
yeah, Sparky actually positioned pretty well against Pistol right there.
Yeah, actually, in a way where it's like you kind of bait the pistol groove to hit a bunch of weaker stuff, or like lower cost stuff. So it's like, oh, you know, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna hit like 6 units or whatever. That feels pretty good. And it's like, oh, well, there's a giant golem behind this, so have fun with that. And yeah, there's a rifle as well. And I think, like you were saying earlier, it's really difficult to push into those corners just because there's so much production. And here we see.
And yeah, then Golem's like, oh, you just use Groove, huh? Interesting. Let me, I guess, smack you in the face. And oh, that low HP barge converts to a Golem.
Oh,
Can you
no.
check the HP on that? Because
Hang
if
on.
it's like exactly 20%, that's gonna be
25.
25. Okay, so it's not as bad as it could be, but it's still pretty spooky.
Yeah, I mean, I think like that suicides into a commander.
Koji has Groove already?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much fighting going on that, yeah, like Koji is gonna get groove over and over and over.
Sparky even stopped like building from their port because they have full control of the water anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I
There's
guess.
also a knight and a golem just casually walking towards that stronghold. And there's nothing to fight them.
Oh, good rifle hit at least, but that's only gonna do some chip damage. And yeah, like I think Gnashing is just running out of units. Like this this conversion building's gonna get converted itself. And yeah, regular.
Aiming for the rifle, perhaps?
Oh, yep. That'll do some nice damage. Oh, really nicely
Yeah,
calculated
nice
there.
optimization there to avoid the golem crit.
And oh, that stronghold is not long for this world. Even
Yeah.
with the bonus regen, I think the golem's going to take it down next turn. And yeah, like Sparky's just kind of running over this army at this point. There isn't really much Gnashing can do.
Very dominant by Sparky. I mean, really, I mean, they have like had like an absurd economic lead for a few turns at this point because of all the water control. They also have more land control at this point, but yeah, they just have everything really.
Yep.
And you know, when you have everything on the map, maybe Gnashing realizes it's time to resign.
Yeah, and that is a scoreboard right there. 27-2. And yeah, just, you know, well played by Sparky. They take it. Pretty clean victory. They were just winning on every front, really. So yeah, well played.